I have insecurities, of course, but I don't hang out with anyone who points them out to me. I'm really happy to be me, and I'd like to think people like me more because I'm happy with myself and not because I refuse to conform to anything. I won't let you close enough to hurt me. A drunk tongue is an honest one in my opinion. I don't have time to worry about something as petty as what I look like. Exploiting yourself sexually is not a good look. I don't find it encouraging. I just stand there and sing. I'm not worried that I'm a plus size and so much bigger than other artists. No matter what you look like, the key is to be happy with yourself. I love a bit of drama. That's a bad thing. I can flip really quickly. I have never been insecure, ever, about how I look, about what I want to do with myself. My mom told me to only ever do things for myself, not for others. I've never wanted to look like models on the cover of magazines. I represent the majority of women, and I'm very proud of that. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. The way I write my songs is that I have to believe what I'm writing about, and that's why they always end up being so personal, because the kind of artists I like, they convince me, they totally win me over straight away in that thing. Like, oh my God, this song is totally about me. I think it's shameful when you sell out. It depends what kind of artist you want to be, but I don't want my name anywhere near another brand. I don't really need to stand out, there's room for everyone. Although I haven't built a niche yet, I'm just writing love songs. Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavement, even if it leads nowhere? Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall, face it all together. I've never been more normal than I am now. We could have had it all. I do get massively distracted when I've got someone in my life, which I can't afford to do right now. Besides, no one treats me as well as I do. People think that I popped out of my mother's womb singing Chasing Pavements. I like having my hair and face done, but I'm not going to lose weight because someone tells me to. I make music to be a musician, not to be on the cover of Playboy. I've never had a problem with the way I look. I'd rather go for lunch with my friends than go to a gym. I don't like going to the gym. I love hearing my audience breathe. I've seen people where it rules their lives, you know, who want to be thinner or have bigger boobs, and how it wears them down. And I just don't want that in my life. I'm not on good terms with any of my exes. That's why we're not together anymore. We're not friends. Sometimes with pop music, you have to see it to love it. With soul music, it's sparse. There's nothing that's pretentious or planned. It's just so gutsy. I think no matter what you look like, the key is to first of all be happy with yourself. And then if you want to try to improve things that you don't like about yourself, then do it after you appreciate yourself. There's a fire starting in my heart. Next time I'll be braver. I'll be my own savior, standing on my own 2 feet. People are starting to go on about my weight, but I'm not going to change my size because they don't like the way I look. Heartbreak can definitely give you a deeper sensibility for writing songs. I drew on a lot of heartbreak when I was writing my first album. I didn't mean to, but I just did. I like looking nice, but I always put comfort over fashion. I don't find thin girls attractive. Be happy and healthy. I've never had a problem with the way I look. I'd rather have lunch with my friends than go to a gym. I can't dance to save my life. I've always got on better with boys. Most of my friends are boys. Like, if I have children, I want 5 boys. Boys love their mothers, whereas girls can be so mean to each other. I was about to meet Beyonce, and I had a full-blown anxiety attack. Then she popped in looking gorgeous and said, "You're amazing." When I listen to you, I feel like I'm listening to God. If I am constantly working, my relationships fail. So at least now I can have enough time to write a happy record. And be in love and be happy. There is nothing that would upset me more than my dad being bribed by the press. It's like, just let them run it, then. Don't you give them ammunition. I mean, the thought of someone spending $20 to come and see me and saying, "Oh, I prefer the record," and she's completely shattered the illusion really upsets me. It's such a big deal that people come give me their time. Crying is really bad for your vocal cords. I'd lose weight if I was an actress and had to play a role where you're supposed to be 40 pounds lighter, but weight has nothing to do with my career. Even when I was signing a contract, most of the industry knew if anyone ever dared say lose weight to me, they wouldn't be working with me. It's never been an issue for me. I don't want to go on a diet. I don't want to eat a Caesar salad with no dressing. Why would I do that? I ain't got time for this. Just be happy and don't be stupid. If I've got a boyfriend and he loves my body, then I'm not worried. I've got some news. I'm delighted to announce that Simon and I are expecting our first child together. I wanted you to hear the news direct from me. Obviously, we're over the moon. I no longer buy papers or tabloids or magazines or read blogs. I used to. But it was just filling up my day with hatred. Mom loves me being famous. She is so excited and proud, as she had me so young and couldn't support me, so I am living her dream. It's sweeter for both of us. It's her 40th birthday soon, and I'm going to buy her 40 presents. You can't complain about your dressing room or you'll look like Celine Dion. I enjoy being me. I always have done. I've seen people where it rules their lives, you know, who want to be thinner or have bigger boobs, and it wears them down. And I don't want that in my life. It's never been an issue, at least. I've never hung out with the sort of horrible people who would make it an issue. I have insecurities, of course, but I don't hang out with anyone who points them out to me. I doubt I'll be singing forever, because at some point people aren't going to want to hear my music, and I hope that I'll still get the opportunity to write songs. The focus on my appearance has really surprised me. I've always been a size 14 to 16. I don't care about clothes. I'd rather spend my money on cigarettes and booze. I get shitty scared. One show in Amsterdam, I was so nervous I escaped out the fire exit. I've thrown up a couple of times. Once in Brussels, I projectile vomited on someone. I just gotta bear it. But I don't like touring. I have anxiety attacks a lot. I want to go and see things as a fan again. I am a fan, but I can't remember what it feels like to be a fan anymore. Because I've become an artist. I've become the artist. I'd love to be an artist always, but if no one wants me, I'd love to write songs for other people, be a manager, nurture new talent. I don't want to be in everyone's face. I'm a big music fan, and I get really pissed off when it gets like that, and I don't want people to get like that with me. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Americans are always mortified when I tell them this, but in England, it's a tradition to put your plaques and photographs and awards and gold records and stuff in your bathroom. I don't know why. I love a card. You know, cards? At birthdays? I collect them. I can't believe I did a peace sign on TVs like Ringo Starr. I just want to make music. I don't want people to talk about me. All I've ever wanted to do was sing. I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be in people's faces, you know, constantly on covers of magazine that I haven't even known I'm on. There will be no new music until it's good enough and until I'm ready. I don't want to be on the cover of Playboy or Vogue. I am never writing a breakup record again, by the way. I'm done with being a bitter witch. I was adopting an Ethiopian child. That's not true. My house was haunted. That wasn't true. God, there's been so many rumors. I'm just writing love songs. I'm not trying to be pop. I'm not trying to be jazz. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm just writing love songs. And everyone loves a love song. I'm like the opposite of one of those comedians who's funny on stage and depressed behind closed doors. On record, I can get pretty dark, but in real life I'm very carefree. But when I'm happy, I ain't writing songs, I'm out having a laugh, being in love. I wouldn't have the time. If I ever get married, it'll be, darling, I need a divorce, it's been 3 years, I've got a record to write. I am quite loud and bullshit. I'm a big personality. I walk into a room, big and tall and loud. I wanted to be a singer forever. But it's not really my cup of tea. Having the whole world know who you are. I'm very confident. even when I read people saying horrible stuff about my weight. When I want to party, I play Beyoncé's Crazy in Love. That's always been the song that my friends and I get ready to. Or before I go on a first date, I play it to feel sexy. I've been singing properly every day since I was about 15 or 16, and I have never had any problems with my voice, ever. I've had a sore throat here and there, had a cold and some through it, but that day it just went while I was on stage in Paris during a radio show. It was literally like someone had pulled the curtain over it. Sometimes my songs wander off a bit and are not always coherent. I love songs. But I love pop music as well. Girls Aloud, Kylie, The Spice Girls, East 17, Mika. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I find it quite difficult to think that there's, about 20 million people listening to my album that I wrote very selfishly to get over a breakup. I didn't write it being that it's going to be a hit. I don't rely on my figure to sell records. I read a comment on YouTube that I thought would upset me, test pilot for pies, but I've always been a size 14 to 16 and been fine with it. I would only lose weight if it affected my health or sex life, which it doesn't. I will not do festivals. The thought of an audience that big frightens the life out of me. I've never seen magazine covers and seen music videos and been like I need to look like that if I want to be a success. Never. I don't want to be some skinny mini with my tits out. I really don't want to do it. And I don't want people confusing what it is that I'm about. Where you go, I go. What you see, I see. I know I'd never be me without the security. Are your loving arms keeping me from harm? Put your hands in my hand and we'll stand. Nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. In 5 years' time, I'd like to be a mom. I want to settle down and have a family, definitely sooner rather than later. I'd like to have finished my second album too, maybe even my third. I'd like a sound that sticks around, that other people are inspired by, and that people know is me. I let it fall, my heart, and as it fell, you rose to claim it. It was dark, and I was sober, until you kissed my lips and you saved me. So is it over? Is this really it? You've given up so easily. I thought you loved me more than this. Would I show my body off if I was thinner? Probably not, because my body is mine. I think I remind everyone of themselves. I'm not saying everyone is my size, but it's relatable because I'm not perfect, and I think a lot of people are portrayed as perfect, unreachable, and untouchable. I get so nervous on stage I can't help but talk. I try telling my brain, stop sending words to the mouth. But I get nervous and turn into my grandma. Behind the eyes, it's pure fear. I find it difficult to believe I'm going to be able to deliver. When it comes to staying myself, my career isn't my life. It doesn't come home with me. So it's a piece of piss staying grounded and not being changed by it. The same things I've always liked still satisfy me. My team's the same and my group of friends are the same. Of course, I'm bowled over by people's response to 21, and when I meet artists I love, it blows my mind. But it baffles me as well. I go home and my best friend laughs at me, rather than going to a celebrity-studded party to rub shoulders with people who know me but who I don't know. I'm Z-list when it comes to that SH. I don't want people confusing what it is that I'm about. I just stand there and sing. And I don't do stunts or anything. If I wanted to do all that, I don't think I'd get away with it. I don't want to be some skinny mini with my tits out. I really don't want to do it, and I don't want people confusing what it is that I'm about. I don't want to be some skinny mini with my tits out. I really don't want to do it, and I don't want people confusing what it is that I'm about. I wouldn't be able to write a song like Someone Like You and get someone else to sing it because it's so personal. It's like giving away your heart. In the songs, I can still be really direct, but in interviews, when I'm explaining my songs, I shouldn't be so direct about who they're about. I can't write another breakup record. That would be a real cliche. I'm nervous whenever I perform. It's warts and all in my songs, and I think that's why people can relate to them. My body doesn't have any rhythm, you know. I've got quite good rhythm when I'm singing, but my feet are very much two left feet. If I were a writer and not a singer in 10 years, I don't know how I'd feel about writing really personal songs and getting someone else to sing them. My aim in life is never to be skinny. I would only lose weight if it affected my health or sex life, which it doesn't. You had my heart inside of your hand, but you played it to the beat. I like eating fine foods and drinking nice wine. Even if I had a really good figure, I don't think I'd get my TS and out for no one. And my hometown memories are fresh. My voice went recently, never happened before, off like a tap. I had to sit in silence for 9 days, chalkboard around my neck. Like an old school mime. Like a kid in the naughty corner. Like a Victorian mute. For people to link my music to their lives, it's incredible. There's no other feeling like it.